Windy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the Jason movie.
Oh, no.
So I'm still holding out.
It's getting windier though.
I'm nervous still.
Ah, flower girl and ring bearer. Can I see the ring bearer's face? Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Could you stand next to each other? You make a nice couple. There you are. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, you wanna give me your name? What's your name?
His name is
Blair?
Blair.
Oh, okay. Okay. And your name?
Isabel.
Isabel. Gotcha. Thank you, dear. Gorgeous Georgia. Bam, right?
Bam, my part's done.
Zoom in. It's Chris. Like I'm in the way over there.
to try to pull in a little bit closer. I'll try to project so everybody can hear me all right. But get a little bit closer and get this thing off.
How nice is that?
So, welcome family, friends, and loved ones. We are gathered here today, surrounded by the sights and sounds of nature, to celebrate the matrimony of Jerrolyn and Joshua. You have come from near and far to be witness to their commitment to one another, to offer your love and support of their union, and to allow them to start their married life surrounded by the people dearest to them. They would also like to remember the loved ones who are unable to be here to share this moment today. Josh and Jeri, marriage is a promise between two people who love each other, who trust that love, who honor one another as individuals, and who wish to spend the rest of their lives together. Marriage enables two separate souls to share their dreams and memories, their joys and sorrows, and to help each other through the uncertainties of life. A strong marriage also nurtures each of you as individuals and allows you to maintain your unique identity and grow in your way through the years ahead. It is a safe haven for each of you to become your best self, while together you become better than either could be alone. The whole greater than the sum of its parts. You are adding to your life not only the affection of each other, but also the companionship and blessing of a deep trust. You are agreeing to share strength, responsibilities, and love. You will find a strong relationship takes more than love. It takes trust, to know in your hearts that you want only the best for each other. It takes dedication, to stay open to one another, to learn and grow, even when it is difficult to do so. And it takes faith, to go forward together without knowing what the future holds for you both. That future will undoubtedly provide adventure, excitement, and other things Jedi Knights don't crave, but you may live confidently knowing each of you as you continue on your journey. And remember, as the book says, don't panic. You know, right? Okay, so now we're going to have a reading by a friend of the bride and groom, Kelly Gerlinski. You want to come on up?
This reading is an adaptation of readings from Carl Sagan, Stephen Hawking, Douglas Adams, Mark Twain, Buddha, and the Beatles. The size and age of the cosmos are beyond ordinary human understanding. Lost somewhere between immensity and eternity is our tiny planetary home. And yet our species is young and curious and brave and shows much promise. In the last few millennia, we have made the most astonishing and unexpected discoveries. They remind us that humans have evolved to wonder, that understanding is a joy, that knowledge is prerequisite to survival. Our little planet floats like a mote of dust in the morning sky. All that you see, all that we can see, exploded out of a star billions of years ago, and the particles slowly arrange themselves into living things, including all of us. We are made of stars. We are the mechanism by which the universe can comprehend itself. The world is so exquisite with so much love and moral depth. We should remain grateful every day for the brief but magnificent opportunity that life provides. The sum of all our evolution, our thinking, and our accomplishments is love. A marriage makes two fractional lives a whole. It gives to two questioning natures a renewed reason for living. It brings a new gladness to the sunshine, a new fragrance to the flowers, a new beauty to the earth, and a new mystery to life.
So, Jeri and Josh, you have known each other for years, through the first glance of acquaintance to this moment of commitment. At some moment, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continue with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe what they want, what they believe, what they hope for each other. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it, all of it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my wife, this is my husband. So Joshua, do you take Jerrolyn to be your lawfully wedded wife, knowing in your heart that you will protect her and give her your deepest considerations of her feelings, desires, and needs? Do you love her willingly and completely, withholding nothing, and promise to always be with her, to dance with her, and care for her, to make her laugh and let her cry? Do you vow to support her in times of sickness and of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow, for as long as you both shall live? Jerrolyn, do you take Joshua to be your lawfully wedded husband, knowing in your heart that you will provide warmth and understanding as a loyal friend and a loving companion? Do you love him willingly and completely, withholding nothing, and promise to always be with him, to dance with him, and care for him, to laugh at his amazing jokes, and cry on his shoulder? Do you vow to support him in times of sickness and of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow, for as long as you both shall live? Josh and Jeri, do you mutually promise you will love, cherish, and respect one another throughout the years?
We do.
So we have Sawyer here with the rings. You got a ring, bud? All right. So wedding rings have long been a symbol of love. The gold of the ring symbolizes the permanence of the unending circle. Jeri and Josh, these rings are a symbol of your love for each other. Your rings say that even in your uniqueness, you have been chosen to be bound together. Let these rings also be a sign that love has substance as well as soul, a present as well as a past, and that, despite its occasional sorrows, love is a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. May your lives and your family always be encircled by love. Jerrolyn, please repeat after me. Joshua, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love, as it encircles your finger, and I can restart that. There you go. There you go. So Joshua, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love, as it encircles your finger. May it remind you always that you are surrounded by my enduring love. Great. And Josh, you get to repeat after me too. Jerrolyn, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Jerrolyn, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
As it encircles your finger,
As it encircles your finger,
may it remind you always that you are surrounded by my enduring love.
may it remind you always that you're surrounded by my enduring love.
So now we'll kind of talk about the tree ceremony. Once we get the ring on. First things first.
It's hot. It's very hot.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, then we go behind it here. There we go. So, our ancestors lived in and among the trees. As our concept of family grew and became a tribe, our tribes then became nations, and today our nations have become the world. The tree has long stood beside humans, offering shelter, food, comfort, and convenience. It has become the metaphor for our lives, lending its roots to our beginnings, its branches to our path, and its fruit to our future. Today, this tree becomes the totem for your marriage. The soil was brought from your respective childhood homes and represents the nurturing environment for which you have each sprouted. Josh and Jeri, could you please add a sword? Looks good. Now if you want to add a little bit of water to it, makes it look good, right? So the water represents the flow of life and is necessary for all life on the planet, not just ours. So by planting your tree in the soils that produce you each individually, this tree will benefit from your combined experience. The water of life will ensure this new soil's nutrients become part of the tree. Just as this tree grows stronger and larger over time, so will your marriage. Jerrolyn and Joshua, you have come here today of your own free will and in the presence of family and friend, have declared your love and commitment to each other. You have given and received a ring as a symbol of your promises. By the power of your love and commitment to each other, and by the power invested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You can now share a kiss as husband and wife. Congratulations. I now present to you Joshua and Jerrolyn Kapellan. All right. That's it. You guys are married. All right. How are you?
Coming in.
Excuse me. Keep leaving this.
Welcome everyone, thank you for coming. I hope everybody figured out our cryptic seating system and everything, so. Bar is over there, tables are here.
That's the long story, how we all ended up together for the entire first year.
plays over there?